It's not what you possess out here that makes you beautiful. It's what you possess on the inside. Peacemaker, but y'all know what a peacemaker is? A peacemaker is somebody who declares war on anything that disturbs their peace. And the minute you mess up my peace,
don't let what you've done hinder you. Don't you let where you've been hinder you. Don't let what they've said hinder you. Don't you let your past hinder you. You're a woman without limits. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. A woman without limits. Yes, you are. There's nothing the enemy can do to stop what God has for you. There's nothing the enemy can do to stop what God has for you. You're a woman without limits. Woman, 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 woman without limits. Na 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 na. Woman without limits.
Good evening, viewers. You're welcome to Woman Without Limits. My name is Reverend Kiuna, and it's always a delight to have you tuned in. Today, we have an amazing story like we always do. We never disappoint because Woman Without Limits is here to transform your lives. I tell you, if you watch Woman Without Limits, you can never remain the same again, because we bring diverse situations of many men and women who've gone through serious issues, have been there, done that, and you know, made it through nevertheless. And so it's not where you start, it's who is in you. Because let me tell you, if you allow God to be God over your life, that situation is not big for God. It's too tiny. Amen. It's too small, because God is able to pick every piece. He's able to fill up every puzzle. He's able to bring out every confusion and cause you to be that woman without limits. So today we have a guest that's amazing. Are you guys ready? Yeah. She has such a story. Leah Karimi is a CEO. She's a founder and a CEO of NetStart Global Leah Network. She is an author also. She's a certified mentor. She is a mother of two. She's a Christian. She's an amazing woman that looks back and says, surely there is a God. She's one woman that believes that you go through pain as a person, but that pain catapults you to your place of destiny. So even that pain is not there to finish you. It's actually there to enlarge your territory. You're bigger than you think you are. Would you welcome with me Leah Karimi on set? Nice to see you. How are you? Karibu.
Thank you.
You're looking the part.
Thank you
You look
so
like
much.
a CEO.
Thank you.
How are you today?
I'm good.
Right?
Yes.
Oh, wonderful.
Yes.
It's very nice to see you.
Nice to see you too.
Yeah,
Yes.
and you're welcome to Woman Without Limits.
Thank you.
We're going to talk about your book in a little while.
Okay.
Right now, we just want to know, who is this Leah?
All right.
Yeah. Let the people know Leah.
Okay. I'll start by saying, behind this smile, people tell me I'm always smiling, but I tell them behind the smile is a long story. So I grew up in Subukia, Nakuru County. My story goes way back. I'll show you how it connects to the present and how it connects to the book. So my dad was a civil servant. My mom a retired teacher. Now, she was not a teacher at that time. My dad was the one who was working. And long time, not very long, but both our parents, some were civil servants, some were, you know, so he used to be a settlement scheme officer. And every year, my mom would have a child, almost every year. So, and it's a polygamous family, so I have another mother with more children. in total,
So
yeah.
sisters and brothers are how many?
In total, we are 19.
Hello. Hello.
Yeah.
You with your 6 and you keep telling people you're many. 19, y'all.
Yeah, and on my mom's side, there's more
Wow.
boys. The other side, there's more girls. So my mom thought, like, you know, as a civil servant, you'll be given the house, the car, and everything. What about if you lose this job? You wake up one day and the boss tells you it's over.
It's over. Done.
And there's
Finished.
competition. Because being a boss, you know, there's someone eyeing your job. So my mom thought it like, let's use this position in your pay slip, get a good debt, the savings you've accumulated, get some land somewhere. You just continue working. I'll do the house, yeah? And then we see what we can do, because we can't continue staying in town with all these children, and more are coming. You know?
And they keep coming.
So,
Your parents
yeah.
were busy people.
Yeah. I would say they were, because I think today we are not that much busy.
Yes.
Yeah. So they found land in Kitale, but shortly after they moved to Subukia.
Right.
Now they settled on a 72 acres farm, and that time I myself was born there. So we didn't have any neighbors. The place was not as densely populated as now. So we didn't even have people to play with. We would go looking for them. Yeah, the school was a walking distance to the shopping center. Now the shopping center has extended actually to the farm.
Wow.
Yeah, it's growing at a very high rate.
Okay.
So now my mom was a teacher, so she retired after some time. She developed some bronchitis, I think because of the chalks and everything, and waking up in the morning. They used to do rotational grazing, and half of the land also was for farming. So we also had workers. So they used to make profits.
But then
you know?
your mom is a wise woman.
Yeah, she is.
I mean, if she told your dad, look,
Yeah.
we can't die in the city.
Yeah.
Let's do something about this.
Actually,
That's really wise, isn't it?
Yes, and
wow.
she told us, if you don't tell your man to do something, I don't think it will come from him. And the children are the women. Yeah, it's up to you to be a woman and to know what to do. Yeah.
Whoa.
Really?
You know, it's true. Somebody else
Yeah.
preached the other day, and you know
Yeah.
what he said? He said women are their husband's prophets.
Yes.
That if you come on, somebody. That if you're married,
Yeah.
that your husband doesn't actually need a prophet, because you're the prophet in the house.
Yeah.
Hey. And you know that's true, because remember what God told Abraham? He said, listen to Sarah. Look at your neighbor. Tell them you're a prophet.
And despite of all this,
Yeah.
having the big land and about 60 cows, so they would wake up very early. My dad would say, I've looked for land, I've given you everything. Now it's part of you to wake up with the workers, you know, get milk the cows, let the milk go to KCC and all that.
Right.
So she used to wake up so early, and after that, she goes to school. She didn't leave her career just because my dad has a big farm.
Wow.
She didn't.
Wow.
She only retired because she was a bit ill, yeah, with the
Wow.
bronchitis.
Right.
So she told me, yes, you're married, but you have a dream. What's your dream? Your dream is not his dream. Remember? So I have a very strong mom, and I think that has played a part in who I am today. So I grew up with all that. I did my primary school, and during the primary school, my auntie had a boutique. I used not during the weekends, because in the countryside is a bit boring. Like we didn't have the TVs, you know, the electricity is just coming in now. So how do you kill time? The day looks very long.
Yeah.
It's not, you know, it's not ending. So sometimes we would take a book. She started buying us books. She likes reading. She's a Seventh-day Adventist, so she would get those Ellen G. White books, nutrition books, and all that. She bought for us Ben Carson books, Gift and Hands, and the others.
Ben Carson is very
when
good.
I was, yes,
Yeah.
when I was like, I think I was just finishing my primary school. And that time you're also having friends, you know, friends from different backgrounds. So that developed my reading culture. Even right now, she has her own shelf with books.
Wow.
Like you can only borrow and read it there and then return. She will never give you to go with it, because it will never come back.
Right.
So I developed the reading culture like that, not knowing in future I'll probably use it. So I did my primary, I did my high school, and now after some time my dad passed away, liver cancer. He just said, I'm feeling some pain here, like a joke. And then after some time it had really progressed. So he was bedridden in one of my stepsister's home, and when he was, they told him, if we operate on you, a few days you'll
You're
be
gone.
gone. Like 90% of it, you won't survive. So he wrote a will, and he called all of us by his bedside, and he wished us, you know, the way they do, like blessings kind of. you're blessed, this and that, I'm going, don't feel sad. And me and my younger sister and my brother, we were the youngest. The others are all grown up. So he really felt it. For us, we didn't actually know what is happening so much. So the will, which is part of my topic, I knew it from there. Because now, what happened after now he's gone and he left trustees to cater for this land, it did not happen the way he had said it. My brothers, I felt like they didn't have a father figure. Because after he passed on, after a short while, our firstborn brother also passed on. Car accident.
Oh.
So he was the one who had took over. But now he's gone again. So my brothers now, they're growing. They don't have anybody telling them this and that. This is land. You're inheriting 1 acre, 6 acres. You don't even know how to till.
Take care of it.
Take care of even quarter piece of an acre.
Yeah.
So the people who are buying this and at a throwaway price of 50,000, something that is going for 150 right now. Yeah. So where do you get this money? Where do you take it? You have no plan. So when the money comes, some who are very young, they even married.
Because this is too much money, we need to eat with someone.
And you actually don't even understand who you are.
Yeah.
So I think the problem actually is not money, it's the person it finds.
Yeah.
So I started to think now, because he had just finished his Form 4 and he passed very well with an A-. And now because of the money, and everybody wanted to sell. Because if you don't sell, such big piece of land, and with an 8-acre dam, there's some and quarries.
Right.
The land near the quarry is not very fertile. So it fetches little money.
Because of the stone.
Yeah, because of the stone.
Yeah.
So there's also wrangles,
Right.
between them. So there's also that enmity that comes in between the siblings. You find they don't want to see each other. And these are brothers who were very happy together, but now they can't even talk to each other. Because everybody wants the best piece to fetch more money. And nobody is helping them know the value of land, where others are working so hard to get even quarter piece of an acre, because the people who are coming to buy from us, most of them are from the crashes, places where they were displaced. So they knew the value, and they wanted that quarter piece of an acre. And you are selling at a throwaway price. In fact, you sell at 50, you disappear to Mombasa, to Nakuru, and then you come back another, like that.
Another 50.
And it's not, I won't say it's only our family.
Yeah.
It was happening to the neighbors. The neighbors also, they had big pieces of land.
But they sold.
The siblings did the same. So, and it's not only that time, it's also happening today. It's a very big problem. So that is one of the things that triggered me. So I continued, I did my high school, I passed, I did, now by the time I'm finishing, the land is almost finishing. I worked very hard in school knowing there's money to take me even if I wanted to go to the diaspora for university.
Yeah.
Because some of my classmates, they went to Andrews University, and I wanted to go there also. I was telling them, I'm working so hard because let's go to the,
Yeah.
But by the time I'm finishing, my mom told me, we need to talk. There is no money. I'm like, the land, I can see the land is finishing.
Yeah.
And my mom, she's a farmer. Yeah. And there's
Was she not talking?
I tell you, that is why I say about father figure and the boy child. It's a big thing. I see people talking about it all over, but they have not come face to face with it. Like, you have boys, they are grown men now. At times, as a mother, you talk, they don't listen. Yeah? You try uncles, you try where, these are grown men. It's not the small boy
that you can tell what to do.
I am sending him around. I know he's growing.
Yeah.
And because of what I saw, I'm very careful now for it not to, to develop, because you can see now once he's there. And he was not mentored. Yeah? When you mentor him with those values, they stick.
Right.
Yeah, so my mom was there. She was talking. I felt it was not hard. Sometimes I would see her cry. Yeah, all those things. She's weak. So I also don't want to burden her with my problems, because she's gone through enough.
Yeah.
So after my Form 4, she told me now, after my college, I did business administration in college. I also did a nutrition based in church. So she told me, why don't you get a job? She wanted out of the village life, because some of those who stuck there, they got children.
And as many as your parents, it's a competition.
Actually, because I come from somewhere where all you see around is, it's a valley.
Yeah.
You see hills.
Yeah.
Nothing else. There are some people who've never left that valley. sorry to say.
Yeah.
They've not gone even as far as Nakuru. And it's just because of the lifestyle. That, you
Right.
know, and I don't blame them for having children.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, you are naive.
That's all you know.
And you're beautiful.
Yeah.
So you are a flower
If
with
they're as
things in
beautiful as you
everywhere.
are. Yeah.
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 And, you know, so I got my first job just to hold because I wanted to go to a private university and
Right.
actually booked my place. And I had the grades. So she
So
told
you
me-
passed well, you did well.
Yes,
Uh-huh.
I passed with a C.
Okay, yeah.
A C plus.
Right,
Yeah.
okay.
So it would qualify me. I actually used to get an A minus in Form 1, Form 2. I don't know what happened in Form 3. I was actually summoned by my mom. Yeah, but I think
To
it's
ask you
about
what's
the
going on.
teenagers
Yeah.
and relationships also. Yeah, because I was a bit, you know, I had a boyfriend.
Eh.
To cut the story short, but not very active. you
So he
know,
kept on
just some of
interfering
them.
with your math.
I think so. I think
But
so.
he's not very active.
Not active in the adult side, but you know, this happened also to some girls.
He
who
kept
we-
interfering with your maths.
Yes. Luckily for me, he was not in school.
Yeah.
Some of them, they were in school and they actually got a D. Well, they were A plus kind of students when
Wow.
we entered Form 1.
Wow.
Yeah. So that is one of the things I teach because I go around in schools. I got this job to hold. Now, the job was not well paying. It was about 8,000. For me, it was good, not very bad money to start with because I had not been employed before. So 8,000 was something. But now, this is Nairobi.
Right.
And it was my first time, you know, I used to visit my aunties, my relatives, and everyone. But I didn't stay here. I schooled here in Gashia in Karura Primary, secondary school. And sometimes I would even lose my way when my mom didn't come for me. So the city was new. And now it was new in the sense that I've come to work. I used to stay with my brother who had, you know, married young. I could not stay with him for so long, so I got a bed sitter near the workplace because there was traffic jams. This is something new to me.
Right.
And it was far. So I got
Because
a
you're
bed
not
sitter.
used to seeing even
Yeah.
cars. Forget it. I mean, she said that there was only a
Yes.
valley.
Yes, there
You
was
know, so you
only a
can
valley,
imagine.
it's true.
Now, you're not used
Yeah.
to seeing cars. Now
Yeah.
you're seeing so many that they are not even moving.
It's true.
So it's a new life.
It's a new life.
Right.
I got a bed sitter, yeah, in Gong Road, near where I used to work. My boss was she had other businesses, but she was a businesswoman. Like, you know, she was really, that entrepreneur spirit is in her.
Yeah.
She has other businesses and she saw like, I can handle it.
Wow.
So I took over.
Very
then
aggressive.
the shop is equally like Health You. You know, we used to sell health products. Some we used to source from the same place they source. And we had high-end clients coming there. And I started intermingling with them, even like Mrs. Okelo of Makini, you know,
Yeah.
those ones. And I started admiring them, like, these women are so successful.
Eh.
How can I become like them, you know, with my 8,000?
Yeah.
It's
With
not
your
enough,
8,000.
with my 8,000.
But isn't that amazing? That
Yeah.
you have your 8,000, but you're not thinking 8,000. Man,
Yeah.
that's why I like Women Without Limits.
Yes.
Because you're not just thinking about this. You're
Yes.
thinking, I can be like these women.
Yes.
They look like they've made it.
Yes.
I can get there too.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
I went to her office because we also used to sell books, yeah? And sometimes I would take the books to her, and I see she's the owner of this school. And it's not one school, it's different schools. And I admire that as I'm waiting, as I'm meeting her, she's so humble. I'm like, wow, where did she start? You know, I want to get her story, but nobody can give me that story because she's busy.
Yeah.
When you meet her, you know, you just give her the
Yes,
books and you
successful
leave.
people are busy.
Yeah, they're busy. I'm starting to know that now.
Yeah, yeah. You're starting to understand.
I'm starting to understand.
They don't have time to
Why,
waste.
You know,
No.
when you meet them that time, you think
Yeah.
they're brushing you off like they're ignorant. But when you are there now, you understand. Yeah. So I did all that. And then after some time, I was approached. I told my boss, please, because I'm making most of the money in your absence. And the people who come in the office, they actually know me. I took over. I was doing the administrative. I was doing the marketing. Yeah. Because we cannot just sit in the office. You had to justify your pay. Why am I paying you the whole of the week?
Hey, you have
What
to
have you
justify
done
your
to
pay.
justify your pay? And
I
this
like
is
that,
8,000
isn't
you're
it?
justifying. But I going back, she's still my friend up to date. I call her my mom.
Wow.
Yeah, she taught me a lot. So this administrative, I was approached by the multi-level marketing company,
The GNLD.
consultants, GNLD,
Yeah.
Tianchi, all that. I settled on Tianchi. And I was told, I went for the training. And when they train, you think you can be that billionaire tomorrow. You know, the way they talk.
Yeah.
This is the bonus pay, this is the commissions, this is the retail. I took it like,
Literally.
yes, it will happen to me.
Yes.
So I actually resigned.
From your place of work?
From my place of work.
Wow, okay.
I left my
You
mom.
didn't ask anybody anything?
After some time, because I had asked her to add some more money, you know,
Yes.
because I was actually straining. My mom supported me for like 4 months, and then I could see she's struggling, so I said, I'm not going to disturb my mom again. I'm going to see what value addition can I have in this town? What else can I do, yeah, to be able to supplement? Because my bed sitter, I was paying 6,000 in rent. Some people were telling me, Leah, Gong Road is expensive. Uku Nairobi, there are places for the rich and the poor. Now me, I'm new. I don't know what you mean. The places for the rich and the poor. What is this? What do I have to do to stay in these ones?
In the rich ones?
In the rich areas. You know, I told her, what do they do? You know, because in the countryside, we don't have so much of that. Yeah, like at this place, so this one is more expensive than this one.
Yeah,
so
they are all the
I
same
just
in
wanted
the
to stay
upcountry.
closer to work.
Yeah.
Then I don't have to hustle so much, you know, when I'm going to work. And then I can be there early. You see, being an administrator, time is a limiting factor, and you have to really take advantage of time. Yeah, so I joined Tianshi. Now, the problem is, they didn't tell me. You have where the place where you join, you know, as a star, the star which you join in determines your pay.
Yes.
The higher, the more the points, the more all these things. So I started to brainstorm, where am I going to get this money? Because I needed like 100,000 to join, just as a 3-star. I started thinking, and I said, now, this is the time to go back to university. My mom, I think she has taken so long now. This is the time to go back home and talk to her. But in my mind, I knew I wanted to do this business, and because I can make the billions, why wouldn't I make money and go for the evening classes?
Yes.
Yeah, because I really liked, you know, to progress so much. And education, I know, is very important.
And they made it look very easy.
Yeah,
like
very
this is,
easy.
you're just going
they
to
actually
climb
asked you,
the
who
ladder.
is in your phone? Try and call them. And because I was selling health products, I knew I would just move with my clientele to the next, you know, part. So, and that's what I actually did. I asked some of them whether they're interested in the products. Yeah, because you have to act from day one. Now you have, so I talked to my mom, and she said, okay, how much, you know, my mom is this, who lets you, she's not that type who holds you so much. I know my dad, if he was around, he would not even have agreed for me to stay alone. But my mom, she agreed, and she knew me, and she trusted me, and even she trusted me that I will pay the school fees and everything. So we subletted a piece of my land, my inheritance, for some years. We got about 300,000. And she actually trusted me with it. We opened a bank account and we put it. I also approached a family friend. This is after. So I joined Tianshi as a 3-star. First of all, we got about 100, and I joined with 100,000. Now, who am I putting? Because you have to put 4 people under you. I put my sister, I put someone, and I bought them products, 24. I lost money. Because obviously, these people have no plan. And you're giving them products to sell. They don't have the drive.
They don't have the drive, they don't have the passion, they don't have the
plan.
And they're getting things for free.
For free.
Free things
So they don't even know this is my capital, that I can need it to go on with the business.
Yeah.
So then they tell me, now Zatu, you know, is the products are still moving. Is there any money that you have that you've really made? I'll send you, and it never happens. So 24 disappeared, another maybe 10, another 20, you know. And now I'm thinking, I'm like a hawker, you know. I'm hawking from office to office, you know, selling these products. Why can't I have my own place?
Yeah.
And now not only have my own place, have a wellness center.
Yeah. You're thinking big.
I'm thinking big.
Yeah.
Have a wellness center,
Yes.
like where people can have sauna, maybe a spa, maybe a salon. Then my office where I'm displaying these products.
Body, soul, mind.
Yeah. And I was reading widely. And I had seen some of, you know, so I had a plan in mind.
Right.
Now, I approached a family friend, yeah, some foreigner who used to come when my dad was around. And I gave them, I am not sure whether it's a business plan or what. I'm not sure whether they supported me because they felt sorry or they saw the drive. They just gave me some capital they added for me to pay back.
What do you think?
More than...
do you think they felt sorry?
Actually, it was almost 500,000. Yeah, and then they would add more later. I'm like, now I have about almost 800,000. My plan is changing now that there's money.
Yes.
I'm moving very fast. This is, even I didn't really think twice.
Yes.
Like, where am I going to get the office? I just got it next to where Tianchi had their offices in Moi Avenue. I approached another lady who used to sell health products. She packages them. And I told her, I have a plan here. And I think we can help more people because now, as I'm selling this Tianchi products,
right.
some of them have acne. And I know very well is their eating, their eating habits, probably a lot of blueband, a lot of milk, and I think we can train them so that even if we sell to them health teas, at least they know, to eliminate some of these things. And because you're packaging this and you have the consultants, why can't we have like a whole sitting room and bedroom, and because that was the setting of the office. So I had my office, she had her office, and then we had the whole big room.
So you were now asking her to be your partner?
Yeah, to be my partner.
So now you've, okay,
Yeah.
wait, let's go back. You now have 800,000 here.
Yes.
No plan.
No plan.
Let's stay there first.
Yeah.
No plan.
The plan is there, but
So
not very...
The plan is not organized.
Not organized,
So it's
yeah.
no plan.
No plan, yes.
Yeah, when it's not organized, it's not a plan. So now you have taken now another partner.
Yes.
You have told her, now come, let's do this together.
Yeah, yeah.
So there's nothing like concrete.
Nothing concrete.
Okay.
And the goodwill was actually over 250,000. Yeah, goodwill, because it was 50,000 per month. And she calls me when I pay the goodwill and everything, and she tells me, Leah, I'm doing so much. I'm going to pull out. I was on my way home. I felt like my heart has sunk a bit. What do you mean pull out? Yeah? What do I do with the space? And I've paid the goodwill and everything. She told me, but I'm going to give you someone who wants to put up a salon. So she gives me another lady. She comes in, no relationship, nothing. It was just a business. And I was desperate because I need someone. She told her, fine. And in fact, in the lease agreement, they didn't agree. Salon was not part of the package, so I didn't indicate it. And they sent me a letter from the office, and they told me, Leah, you didn't indicate about the salon. I assumed. Now me, I'm busy buying things, my desk, plastic flowers for my office. Yeah. I'm actually now even wearing designer clothes.
Yeah. Oh. So now we've gone to boutiques also.
Now,
remember, I want you to see a picture here. Because what we're trying to show is how you can actually get money.
Yes.
But without a plan.
Without a plan, yeah.
You can drive yourself to an accident. Because you're actually now looking for an accident.
Yeah.
It's something looking for an accident
Yeah.
to happen. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So there you are now.
There I am.
No plan, nothing.
No plan.
You have a partner here.
And remember, I also owe. Yeah, I also owe the family friend. It was to pay back. But I didn't have this is money for the business, this is home. So I also bought a TV, I bought a fridge, I bought carpet. I'm also furnishing at home.
Yes.
As much as I'm furnishing.
Your own body also, you're furnishing, you're dressing up.
Yeah, I'm dressing up. And I'm even taking a taxi now to work.
Oh, hiya. Hello. Oh, the class has climbed.
Yes.
No longer matatu business.
You're a business owner.
Because how can a business owner go by public
The thing
means?
that didn't change
Yeah.
is my girlfriend. Them, they were employed, and here I have a business. So they told me on Fridays, business owner don't stay home. We go out, we enjoy, you relax.
Right. So now your friends they have told you it's Friday night, you need to Friday night.
They're from Nairobi, so they're used to it. Like going out is nothing.
Right.
We used to do it. We know jam sessions, we know where. So me, I'm new. I don't even know which clubs you're talking about.
Right.
But it was another kind of life. And now what money? It's the same business money.
So she's still just taking the business
from
money?
the same account. Yeah.
Oy.
I'm actually sponsoring them.
Because they are employed.
They're employed, they don't have the money.
And you are an employer.
Some of them are sticking with me because of the money. Yeah.
But not even some of them. I'm surprised you say some of them.
Majority.
They have found somewhere we can dandia and enjoy, you know.
But the only thing I didn't allow is for them to move into my space. That one you can come for a few days and then go.
Yeah. But now Monday, Friday, we go and eat it. You are you are an employer.
Yes. So, you know, we used to go out, we drink. I remember I started with 1 Reds. Yeah, and I got drunk. And then now there's wine. You feel like you want to go higher, you know. This is nothing.
Right.
So you also get hangover. Yeah. So I got a personal assistant, yeah, for my office for paying about like almost 10,000 when I'm not in the office. Because the first few months when I started, I used to go out and deliver the products to the same clients. So I needed someone to be in the office. I realized now the office I can't lock. I'm going to deliver products or someone is coming. Now, this is where also the business plan comes in. When I talk about it now, I talk from my own experience. I tell someone, please, if you don't have a business plan, don't do it. Leave it.
Yeah.
I've been beaten.
Yeah.
I know where you're heading. And some of them,
I want you to tell us now even about that beating.
Yeah.
So now here you are.
Yeah.
You're still going this way.
I'm still going down.
Because you're taking money where you should be putting.
And remember also my time. I'm using it the wrong way. I'm going out. I'm supposed to be opening the office even on Saturday. I'm calling in and telling my secretary, tell them to come on Monday, as if the clients will wait for me. Tell them to come on Monday, I'm not in today. Wow. So I used to make some money. Now I'm making almost, it's going down. I started getting calls also from my family friends. They want me to start paying back. Yeah. I'm lagging behind now. The lady, she put up a salon. Yeah. And she was paying me half. I'm actually subletting, which is against the lease agreement, because I didn't mention that. Yeah. And my business, I had mentioned only what I was going to do. So also that is very illegal. So you're also doing illegal things. You know, you're not really paying attention to what is happening around you. And unfortunately, these things, they don't know age. As much as you're young, as much as you're in business, the same things that happens to someone who is 50 years old happens to even if you're 16 years old, because you're in business. The business world doesn't know age. The same consequences will meet you. If it has to go to jail, you will go. Yeah, as long as you're over 18. So I did that. And after some months, I saw a letter. It was written to me about to go and explain what is happening. I'm not in the office. I don't know, people asking for me. I've subletted the office. I need to vacate. My heart sank again. Remember, it sank when the business partner changed.
Right.
Now it sank again, even more deeper. And I knew very well I'm not heading to the right place, because I'm not making as much as I should. My priorities are wrong.
And you're not making the right choices.
Yes,
yeah.
I'm not.
You're having fun.
Yeah, I'm having fun. Not actually remembering time is going. So I risked auction. Yeah. One day I walked into my office and I was told, you have to leave everything and walk out. And my partner was there. She could not help me. I was actually in her bad books. Yeah, walk out. I walked out with only a diary.
From somebody who was making money.
I became sick for some time. I was depressed. Yeah, I went to Mombasa to my sister just to cool off. My mom told me to go to your sister in Mombasa and see what you can do. She was pitying me because she didn't even want me near her. No, I don't know what to do with you, my girl. Go to Mombasa, stay there. So I would go to the beach and just walk around and just look. What next? Do I go to Dubai, you know, for jobs that are here? What do I do next? So I went to Mombasa just to reflect what I will do. And all this time, even when I had the office, I used to do write-ups. Every time I'm writing something, if you're around me, you would know I love writing. Because even the people who used to come for the products, I'm writing to them what to do, you know, just go with this, read, just go with this, read. So writing is something that has been in me for so long. And I thought now, even actually it came like, you know, it's one of my friends who told me, why don't you consider writing? Even as you wait for what to do next, just consider writing. And you know, this time in the family, we have people who know what is going on. And you are a businesswoman, and here you are, actually, you're almost being auctioned. That story spread very fast.
Right.
She's being auctioned. I don't know, things have happened
and
to
probably
her.
by the people you are taking out.
Yes, some of them.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
Maybe
So
some of the
actually-
people that you were taking
And the
out.
noise would even come to me, some of it. Like,
Right.
aliye juu, mgoje chini. You know?
Huh?
And this time you're depressed when you're
Ati
hearing all
mgoje
this,
chini.
Mgoje chini. Aliye juu. Mgoje hapa. You know?
Anakuje.
And I was chini. For real. I was chini kabisa because even the clothes now they're wearing out. I don't have money to buy.
The ones that
salon.
made you broke.
Yeah, yeah.
They're very clothes.
Yeah, the very clothes and the hairstyles.
Yeah.
I would do it like weekly now.
Yeah.
You know?
So tell us now
Yeah.
how you began to pick up the pieces
Yeah.
and what you did
Yeah.
to be where you are today.
So now
You learned through your mistakes?
I learned a lot and it was very costly. I actually considered drinking, yeah, just to escape. I did it for 1 week. I'd go out, you know, have one for the road. It comes to until one day, you know, some men, they start to approach you and you're like, my God, what is this? Yeah, when they start asking you how much. I'm like, what is this? And you know, I grew up in a Christian family and my mom, since we were young, so there's that voice telling me even drinking is not good.
Yeah.
But
And
you-
then now
you know, you are
you've-
drinking
you've
hiding.
reduced yourself to a level.
To a level
A man
now.
is asking you how much.
How much? Because you're in the club on maybe on a Wednesday.
Yeah. And you're alone drinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, what is this? So I started to I didn't even look who is this
Yeah.
asking me and you're like, what? So I had to, you know, wake up from this bad dream. So this time in Mombasa, I came back here knowing I want to write. I approached editors. I went to the building at A&M and I asked, who is the business editor here? You know, you have to say where you're going. And I said, I want to see, you know, I want to talk to the business editor. I have some few articles. And, you know, God works in ways we cannot see. I was kind of allowed. I met with one, you know, who was very, like he was waiting for me. So I shared the story with him, everything, and he just liked me. And he told
Wow.
me, just send some samples of this story. Where are you going? I didn't even know what I'm going to write about. Is it money? Is it fashion? Is it love? Is it, you know, I didn't know. I didn't have clarity. But then reflecting back, I thought, money. Money is what, and when I talk about money, I don't know exactly which topics I'm going to cover. But when I was given that platform, I actually started saying I was not budgeting. Let's not even go far. I was not saving. You know, now I'm reading widely on the same topic because I'm being told cover stories that, you know, are current. If it's December, cover what, you know, like going low on a budget in giving gifts and stuff like that. My editor would tell me, don't bring here financial jargon. Don't copy. Because we have those we check.
Yeah.
So as much as you're reading, you cannot copy. You have to really personalize the story. Yes, you can have an idea, but personalize it. You know, because you're reading everywhere. And
Right.
every book has its own perspective. So this really shaped me. And I didn't only settle for that, for the local newspaper, because they were paying me. The first time I saw the pay, it actually motivated me because it was almost 30,000 in my cooperative account. So my self-esteem started to rise again. Wow.
I can do this.
Yeah, I
I'm
can
getting
do this.
back
I want
again.
more.
The hair started to grow.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
It started to
Okay.
grow.
Real
And,
quick, we
even
don't
the
have
peop-
much time,
Okay.
but I need to
Okay.
hear this now.
Yeah.
So you started now to grow.
I started to write. I started to write on money. So I'm handling these topics. I also went further. I looked. I beeped. I looked on the net. What other paying sites are there? And I discovered actually in America, the single mothers who are breastfeeding, they do writing full time. They pay their bills. They come the book work because there's sites. There's some, like, for example, Text Broker. But they do it in America. It's only open to Americans, not outside.
Right.
So I had my cousin who is there, and he also has a passion for writing. So he had opened an account and he told me, use it. And then, because they paid through PayPal and PayPal was not here, I will send it through Western Union. So because right now I'm just, you know, I have all the time. So you would write even 3 articles per day. 500 words pays you $5, so $15. And
Wow.
one day, sometimes you would do 0, sometimes you do more. So I would make even 50,000, like that. 50,000, you know, from the local newspapers and from writing. But it requires a lot of discipline. Actually, I used to go to a cyber cafe and I tell them, don't charge me when I'm working on the word. Charge me when I go online to send.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. So
Wow.
I did a lot of practice. I'm reading. I'm doing all these things on the same topic. So I became like I'm becoming a pro now. Wow. I'm writing. I'm keeping going, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm practicing more.
Yeah.
So even the editor would notice, hey, your stories have changed, they become nice, you know, all these things.
So how did you now get into being a CEO of this company that you run?
So after some time, I met my now husband. He's an executive chef. So he also goes around, you know, in different countries. So I went around with him at some time, and I got a job also. And he asked me, now, I can see you're piling these articles everywhere, Leah, Karimi, you're cutting and putting in a carton. What do you plan to do with them? And he had a laptop. I told him, can I borrow your laptop? He said, yes, write a book. Why don't you write a book? And I told him, what? Yes, I can. Because actually, I don't meet even who reads Leah. I don't know them. So I can, for once, meet them. So I wrote a book, just like a joke. I compiled the best. In fact, when you send to the newspaper, they cut because it has to fit. You're not the only writer. So they have many others correspondents, you know, the freelance writers who send their stories. So they have to cut the story. I felt like my voice is not out there because what I sent is long and it's better. But now it's been cut to fit the space. So the book would help me elaborate more on these topics. So I wrote the book and I went for searching for a publisher. I had heard, you know, you have to have PhD. You have to have all those to be, you know, to write. So I didn't go for the sophisticated ones. I settled for one who is also an author. I Googled and I got his contacts and I booked an appointment, Queenex, and he published my book. I asked him, how much do I pay? He said, we are the ones to pay you in loyalties.
Eh?
Yes.
We are the ones to pay you?
In loyalties.
Yeah.
I was like, how much do I need to pay you? He said, no, we are the ones to pay you in loyalties. So my book was published like that.
This book?
No, the first one. This is an update. Of the first one is called Get Rich by Making the Most of Your Money. So because
Get Rich by Making the most of your money.
Yes. And the reason I said rich, I don't even know what triggered that topic. I'll tell you, it's kind of like a Holy Spirit. Yeah, because I was thinking, what topic do I give this book? And he said, no, because you have budgeting, you have saving, you have investing, and all these things. So right now, there's so much that is going on, even what happened to our land, even what happened, I'm thinking, even what happened to the will, you know?
Yeah.
I'm thinking all this, and I'm like, how do I compile a book that covers everything? So I compiled one, and it sold massively, yeah? Like
You've sold over 8,000 copies.
People now started calling.
Yeah.
Yeah? They called the publisher because my contacts were actually not there. They call him, and they call me. And I'm not even taking it seriously. I took a job after that in Dar es Salaam. Yeah? My husband is the one who got a job, and they asked me, what does your wife do? She's an author. Can we call her for her? Because we need someone to do our marketing, and we need someone to do our, you know, and replying to emails. So I got a customer relations manager like that. I would go to embassies, NGOs. I told them on a condition I sell my books here in Tanzania. And they said, fine.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
So now you are even calling the shots.
Yeah.
Wow. So tell me, now let's talk about this book. So you wrote this book.
Yeah. So
and it's thousands of copies sold already.
Yeah, I have orders. Actually, the orders keep growing daily. The reason, now the first book set the pace. The media also started calling. So, you know, some people, they'll ask me, who connected you? I told them, me, I've just been doing my business in Facebook. I share every day. I share whatever I'm going to write next, I'm sharing. Like now I'm working on a series of books. The topics I've covered here, this is an introduction copy. I have 12 chapters. I'm going to go deeper in each chapter. So those are series of books. You get this one, go look for the next one and the next one to connect.
Be free and rich.
Be free and rich.
And you've sold over 8,000 copies as we are speaking.
No. The first one.
The first book.
The first one.
Yeah.
This one, we are actually, the orders I have is almost now 2,500. They keep changing. I will tell you how I get those orders. Why I updated the book. After Dar es Salaam, I got the job, I became a mother. The firstborn came. I had to come back home and settle now. And actually, that forced me to concentrate more on my writing. Yeah?
Wow.
So I concentrated more on my writing because now here I started employing house helps. And I'm seeing, it's not working. You know, employ one, another, second. I said, I'm going to stay home. I'm going to do this part-time and stay home with my child. I'm not going to employ another. And even if I employed, maybe part-time. Yeah? So after 1.5, another one came.
So you also got busy.
Yes, Another one came.
Yeah.
And you know, now they were like twins because they follow each other
Right.
very closely.
Right.
So I concentrated on writing. And my publisher kept asking me, when I had the first one, 4,000 zimeisha, Leah, have you revised? And I told him, I am a mother, and I even forgot somehow. I've written a book, but let me start on it. So the media also called. Leah, we want to feature you. Some people have told us about you. Call me next year.
Yeah.
I'm so much, you know, with kids. So they called me. And the Nation, they featured my story. And that's when I started getting random calls from all over. And then Nation, they featured me on, you know, some television, TV shows. I've done several now. They keep, you know, it keeps going. And the book I revised because I realized in the first one, there's so many things I left out. And before I move to the next series, you know, to the next series of books, let me put everything here. Like my story, people will want to know, who is Leah? Now that you've written a story, are you rich? What is rich you talk about? And some of them, they ask me, are you a preacher? Because also you're also talking about God. And I tell them, I come from somewhere where we have rich people. In a family, in a big family, you expect everything. This family of mine, we have rich people, we have poor. We have wakoras, we have preachers. You know, we have everything under one roof. So also being among the last borns, I've seen them and I've seen their stories. So everything is coming back to us. And all that experiences, I wanted to put it in one. The second part now, it's about that actualizing the purpose, because it's one thing to dream, it's another one to do. Every day, you have to do it to make a step further. And you're not going to become a billionaire overnight.
And you're not going to become one by just claiming.
Yeah, by just claiming you're one.
You got to do something. Take action and do something about it. Thank you so much, Leah. Isn't that amazing, guys? Oh, my God. Amazing.
Thank you.
Amazing. That's awesome. So where can your book be found?
I'm selling them myself.
So
now.
somebody will put the numbers on the screen.
Yes.
We'll put the numbers on the screen. And then, you know, then people can call you and get the books.
Yeah, we have outlets in Nairobi.
Right.
And we are delivering in all the counties. Just 250 additional. One book is 1,200.
So to deliver
250 on top.
Okay.
All 200, depending with the location.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
It's
That's
also on
really
Amazon.
nice.
It's also on Amazon.
Oh, it's on Amazon.
For the international audience.
Okay. That's beautiful.
Yes.
That's wonderful.
All right.
We have an amazing book. This book is called Living in Financial Distinction.
Yeah.
It's a book that my husband wrote. And he came from dire poverty. I mean, absolute poverty. He came from the very slums. To get to my husband's house, you had to jump fences. It was really, really a pathetic state. And so he's come a mighty long way to be able to tell people how they can actually live in financial distinction. A very, very hard-working man, extremely focused. And so I want you to get a hold of this book. I want you to call the numbers on your screens, and you're going to get a copy. Get a hold of this book. You know, many people keep asking, how does somebody make it? How do we get financially liberated? Well, it's here in this book. Get it. It's going to bless you. It's an amazing copy. And I know God is going to bless you even as you read it. It's not rocket science. It's all here. And you're going to make it too. He's also written a beautiful book called Anointed for the Marketplace. Now, 97% of the body of Christ is called into the marketplace. Only 3% is on the pulpit. So most of the people that are even in the house of God belong in the marketplace. He's written a book on how to win in the marketplace. About a year or so ago, a man came. He was a matatu tout, and he came and bought this book from our bookshop, and he began to read it. And when he read it, he said, no, I'm going to read it again. He read it again. He said, I'm going to read it again. He read it again, and then he took action and began to allow whatever Bishop had written in this book to start taking root in his life. Today, he's a multi-millionaire, anointed for the marketplace. If you want to advance in life, you got to get knowledge. You got to find out, how do I become more knowledgeable on things in life? And then you know what? You pay a price. You cannot be found sitting on a silver platter and expect everything just to be flowing on that silver platter into your life. It doesn't work. It doesn't happen. And money just doesn't fall from trees. It's hard work. You want to get elevated. You want to go places. Get yourself copies of these books, and I know that God is going to bless you. This is
Woman Without Limits.
It's not what you possess out here that makes you beautiful. It's what you possess on the inside. Peacemaker, but y'all know what a peacemaker is? A peacemaker is somebody who declares war on anything that disturbs their peace. And the minute you mess up my peace,